Hi, everyone, and welcome. This is Krishna Priya. It is the Human Colony Hucolo webinar. It is Saturday, the 16th of December, 2023. And we're really happy to have, for the 2 weeks in a row, our dear Jim Charles. How are you, Jim?
Hi, everybody. How are you?
Good. Can I have everybody mute their mics that's not supposed to be unmuted? Literally the whole room is on mute. So if everyone can mute, that'd be fantastic. Yeah, perfect. So welcome, and you have a full room. Why don't you start introducing the people in your room?
I have Will, Lisa, Donna, Blair, and James.
Perfect. And
Did I
Saphira,
get everybody?
Yes, yes.
okay.
I
And
just went by memory.
Spirit, okay. And in our room, we've got Angie, Bola, Kat, Christine, Yana, Jennifer, Joan, Kaylee, Mary, Michael. It's like reading the romper. Do you remember the romper room thing? And I see Celeste and Susan and Wendy. They've all been very good. Do you remember that? Was that
Yes,
romper room?
romper room. Yes.
And at the end,
Yes, I remember that with their magic circle window.
Yes.
you look in and
My,
she's, I see.
my
And
romper room was with Miss Jane.
that's right. And she never said Karen. I was always just waiting, never, not once. And I was like
Hey,
waiting. I'm still sad about it. Apparently, it's a trauma last night.
she'll say Ashiana before she'll say Jim.
Jim,
Said this anytime.
Yes. All right. Well,
you don't know you hold on to, but I held on to that all these years.
oh yeah,
All these many
you
years.
can forget it.
It's
We're
still
going to be
serving a
praying for
purpose.
you about that.
I'm going to go through some trauma release therapy for it.
Yes.
I'm laughing with sympathy.
No, I'm serious. I was really sad about it. Every day I watched that show. Even early 70s. Okay. All right. It didn't mean this now. Okay. Angie, can you do the announcement? And I kind of myself.
Thank you so much. We have our gathering scheduled for August 8th through August 12th, 2024. It is $6.95 per person, and it is all inclusive. We're on Canandaigua Lake. It is more about gathering, sharing, being in our energies, and just a great experience of coming together in oneness. It is classes at hucolo.org. If you're interested, the registration form is on our webpage, humancolony.org. It is also on our Facebook page that you can go in there. If you are interested, have questions, it's still 8 months out. So we are still offering a payment plan if you're interested in that. And classes at hucolo.org if you are interested. Jim, would you like to add anything to it?
Yeah, there will be a couple classes, but they will
Yes.
not be so intense like some of our other workshops. These will be more about oneness, more about how to gather your own self-worth and things of this nature, more than a really deep education. We might have one class of deep education, but that's about it. So, but yes, we're going to have a wonderful time. I'm sure of it. We've already seen the future on that, and it's really going to be beautiful.
And of course, we don't want to not speak about our campfire channelings. That's going to be campfires every night.
Oh yeah, the campfire channelings are always fun.
Yes, always. That is always an amazing time. Campfire channelings.
I just have to add something. I Googled why did Miss Jean never say my name, and there's all these videos of romper room trauma.
Really?
The collective people.
There is a collective then. So,
Yeah. Wow.
all right. So if you're interested, classes at hucolo.org.
Perfect. Okay, so let's see. We have a good many requests. Let me see who we have. Okay, we have Jesus of Nazareth, Melchizedek, Elijah, someone to give instruction to remember your astral travels, Ra, the sun god, Hapset, the Egyptian queen, the consciousness of tobacco, Grindel, El Morya, any Arcturian that's connected to Susan, or someone connected with the lavender ray. Let me see. Is there anybody else? Lord Flatia. How do you say that, Wendy? Flatia.
And
Spelled
who is that?
Flatia.
Fleta.
Fleta?
Lord
Fleta?
Fleta,
Is
Oh,
that
that's the king of the elves.
elemental king,
oh,
Elemental king. Yes.
elemental kingdom. Yes.
Yes. Fleta.
okay, perfect. That's good many. So yeah, those are the requests. And was there any other ones, just in case someone has one that didn't? Okay. Michael?
Novak, a reptilian that I sometimes channel.
Novak.
In fact, yes.
Okay.
Great. All right, so that's it. And I'll read them again if you want, once you go into channeling state. It's up to you.
Okay. Let's do the blessings.
Yes. So we'll start with Yana, and then we'll go to I've already forgotten. Yana, Wendy, no, Yana, Susan, and who was the other person that wanted to do one? Yana, Susan, and Will.
Hi, everyone. These are the Arcturians. Tortike hanteana ka ast hantea ko ort oitika ate intea kata. Että art eneka ost, että kanete iaka hata ar hante antea ko ort moeka hantea ka ast kanatete. Iti han ort haike to tortene käytä. Vest atanda kata teene keti. Iaha art hanteo to toistama ort oitika tata netete.
The Lord God is powerful. Look forward and prepare for this new solstice, for it will bring high energies and different kinds of energies than any other kind of solstice that there ever has been. This solstice will bring a balance between the past and the present and the energies of all things that are in this world together. And so you must understand, when it peaks, the peak will be very high, and some will take days for it to come down from it. So therefore, prepare for this new spiritual alignment.
Thank you. Susan.
Tuasia ikia, sukukua, titia hikua, titia sia, hitukua, itia huki, sia ya sia, tututo ya titia, ki hozia itiku, sia itia kutia, sia kuto, hazikia, sia tua, hitia. Blessings.
Be true to yourself and do not give in to the ways of the world, for they have many negativities within them. There is many truth in many of the things that people say, but also they will bring in the negative with those truths, and you must be aware of these things.
Thank you. Will.
Arhei hakasa ja tarhana uara. Harta arhasha eke ahratai. Soroko or hakaasa e. Hara enehera hatutu ura. Hassa hatartiara. Haria arshonoro huta harahanahera.
There is light penetrating this world. There is also many kinds of energies here. Remember to distribute them within yourself properly. The geometric forms that some of these energies takes can be a little confusing, so stop and consider what is happening. The spirits will be leading and guiding. but they must know that you are understanding, for the spirits and these geometric holographs to combine with your alignment so that you may understand the higher functionings of the spirit.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Okay, should I read the requests again?
Yes, go for it.
Okay, I will go for it. Okay, Jesus of Nazareth,
Yes.
Melchizedek, Elijah, someone who can give instruction to remember your astral travels, Ra, sun god, Hapset, Egyptian queen, consciousness of tobacco, Grindel, El Morya, any Arcturian connected to Susan or someone connected to the lavender ray, and then Lord Flatya,
Leda.
Fleda, thank you, and Novak the Reptilian.
Yes.
Okay.
One moment. Everyone have a wonderful session, have wonderful good thoughts, and keep the energy very high.
Perfect.
Greetings. I am Elijah. You are now entering a new age of understanding. With the coming energies and the coming understandings within yourself, and if you know yourself well, you will know what I mean. It is that you will rise up even faster in this age. It will be that you understand that it is not good for you to stay permanently grounded into a third dimensional thought process. Grounding is good, but you are not supposed to stay in that grounding position forever. You are to let that grounding help you lift into higher places. The higher places will show you what is going on with the earth. These higher places will show you what is actually happening. It will give you a new perspective, a new thought process, a new understanding. I am telling you this today because some of you are starting to perceive these new thoughts and new understandings and are in touch with some of these higher thought processes. Do not be afraid to accept them. You will know that they are good because of the light that is within them. They will shine light on your mind, your heart, your soul, your spirit. Remember that with the heart, there's much, much power. The brain has its own power, of course, but when attached to the heart and with them working together, they cannot be beat. They are there to work together and they are there to work as one. I am telling you this because the heart is the center chakra, the center of all things within your 7 chakras. Now, there are chakras outside of these 7. However, you are not in use of them yet. But that will soon change also. You will soon be in contact with higher chakras, with higher understandings, with higher connections. I cannot wait for the day until all of you have realized who you are and what you can be and how high you can go and how high humanity is meant to go. For humanity is God's chosen people. There are many of you that are God's chosen people, and you know it. Live up to that standard. Do not let it go to waste. For he has said, there are those that are the elect, which means he's chosen them specifically to do a job, which will go astray because they did not listen to him, the truth, or the light. But listen carefully, my children. Those that are here, I pray, will be lifted up into this higher realm with higher understanding and higher visibility to what actually is happening in this realm. It's a sort of topical message today, but the Spirit is with it. The Spirit wants you to be with it. So grow. Get in touch with all that is you, so that you can get in touch with all that is there. Because it obviously is you, no matter what you receive. If you can receive the higher spirits, it's also you. So make it happen. I cannot tell you how to make it happen, but you will find it within yourself, because each and every one is different. But you will find it within yourself to make it happen. Challenge yourself. Meditate, pray, and do not let your mind wander into places where it should not go. Blessings.
Thank you.
Greetings, I am Jesus of Nazareth.
Welcome.
I've come to give you a holiday blessing and to let you know that everything will be all right, because God is in charge of all things. But my prayer for you today is that you will all be enlightened by the new year and the Christmas season and the joy and beauty of all that is around for now. The spirits should be lifted and praise should be given to God. It is a time of great joy. Even though this isn't his actual birthday, or my birthday, but it is a time where it is celebrated. So I will say this: give thanks to God for this time. Are there any questions?
I don't have any in this room. If you have any in your room.
Very well. One thing I did want to add was that there are great things happening. There are great changes happening now. But I cannot give away the future, of course. But I can tell you that God has his hand on all of what is going on. And I do not believe that this world will end. I do believe it will continue. I believe God's will be done. And with that, I say thank you for having me here today. I give you a blessing of love. May God lift each and every one of you in each and every way that you are to be lifted, and give you a great energy and spirit for the season and for all time to come. For you are important. You are his chosen. You are the ones that are doing his work. Be brave. Be courageous. For sometimes you must walk into unsteady territory to make a difference. Sometimes you must walk in front of the guns so they know that you are brave and that your message is true. If you back down, it will be that they see that it is not within you, that you have the faith to move forward. God be with you and all his love, all his blessings. Amen. I will go for now, if there's no questions.
I don't have any questions, but thank you for being here and thank you for your beautiful blessing.
You are welcome. Greetings, this is Hapset. I see that someone has requested me.
Yes, that was Christine. Christine, are you there?
Yes. Greetings.
Yes. What is it you wish?
I was wondering, this in the state that Egypt and all that whole area that you once oversaw or ruled,
Yes.
did were you gifted with intuitive or psychic or some,
Yes. There was part of me that had that.
so you were able to foresee?
But I had some technology to help me as well. So it was that it was a large territory for me to rule, and I had to make communications with all the peoples of the territories. And that was very difficult because of the way that the peoples were at that time in history. So I had to send out my messengers to tell the people of all different kinds of things. But yes, I foresaw what they were going to run into in every situation, so I forewarned them. So that's why my communications were exceptionally well taken, or did so well on this planet. I also had others that went with them that were also readers and guides, those that had their own special gifts. And so I was able to keep the land in function with each other through these things, and the people were well communicated with. So yes, it was a difficult time, but it was also very rewarding.
Have you in this particular state that whole area is in
Yes.
right now, is there a future for them to once again be connected?
Yes, the stargates will connect them once again. The pyramids will connect them once again. The Sphinx will connect them once again, and so will Abu Simbel. There are many temples along the Nile. The Hathorn temples, the Red Pyramid. There are several other places as well that are notable. And these places will be reactivated. Actually, never have been deactivated fully, but they will be reactivated fully in the future.
I was wondering if you reincarnated after such a grand and great life.
Yes, I did reincarnate as Margaret Thatcher.
Well, thank you. I was hoping that you would say something positive about that area, that they would once again become a powerful.
Yes, there are many places that will be reactive, reactive or reacted in the future.
In peace and harmony.
Yes.
Or somewhat.
That time has not come yet. The activations of these places have not yet come. Some of them are on their way. The stargates at Giza and at Stonehenge and at Chichen Itza and even Pumapunka and Mount Shasta are all very close to being all activated. There are 3 that are activated already, and that's Stonehenge, Chichen Itza, and Giza. The other 2 are coming along very nicely and will be activated shortly.
Will it meet with people who are trying to not let this happen? Or will the leaders of those areas be more aware?
There is nothing they can really do with the activations. They do not even know that they're being activated at this time. So the activations are some kind of a secret. All the stargates have 100% energy, but they have not all been reactivated. But with the stargates having all their 100% energy given to them already, this is a very positive thing for the Earth.
Good. Thank you very much.
Thank you
I
very
was worried. Yes. Thank you.
No need to worry. Worry does no good. Action is better.
True. Thank you much.
You're welcome.
Were there any other questions for our guest?
There's some in the YouTube.
Are they relevant to this guest?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Excuse me. When is your actual birthday and why was it changed?
What do you mean changed?
I'm not sure. This is a question from Lena.
That was for Jesus.
Okay.
We're
Okay, so the next one is, what is the activation of the stargates? Or what will the activation of the stargates do?
Give more energy to the earth in a positive way, because the energy of the stargates is a very positive one and has great energies for the future, meaning that when they are fully reactivated and are in use, people from this planet and people from other planets will be able to move back and forth from the universe to the earth, from the earth to the universe, and all around the planet, and to many other different planets as well. There are many smaller stargates that are also at 100% not activation, but energy. Still, some components need to be changed out in some of these places, but it is that many things are happening in a positive way for this to result in a very good first contact resolution.
Thank you. My question on that is, with the activation of having the stargates all activated and this new solstice and the energies coming in, how will these energies intermingle with the stargates?
The stargates are not meant to be mingled with the energies coming in, except for to accentuate the 100% energy that is there. The actual technological part of the activation of the stargates will not be affected by the solstice, but the energies of the earth and humans and the earth itself will be affected by the solstice. It's more for the people rather than things.
Thank you.
Was that all? Angie?
Yes, relevant to this person, yes.
Okay,
And
perfect.
the question about why was his birthday changed, to do a question for Jesus,
Yes.
it was changed because the 25th of December was a hedonistic holiday, and everyone was in that time knew that holiday and celebrated that holiday. So they wanted to change it from a hedonistic holiday to a different kind of spiritual holiday. And so they didn't use his actual birthday, which was in April, because this was easier to overcome in some ways. There's more information about it, and many people here have all that information, but I just wanted to, if anyone has any more information with that, you may say it now, but that's a basic part of it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It was easier to convert people if they didn't have to change their ongoing beliefs, just
Exactly.
more.
And it was also a way for the Roman rulers to consolidate religious holidays to further control their workforce. The holiday that was celebrated was Yule, which was when people would cut down trees and burn them at a festival for several days. When they banned that, that's when Christmas trees made their way inside and people started decorating them. So it started out as a pagan holiday.
Yes.
Oh, it's not like in Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
No.
There are a couple more questions. Stephen Holmes asks, can you give us any updates on the moon? I heard it was moved and then put back in place. Is this accurate?
Well, sort of. It was jarred. Let's put it that way. It wasn't really moved, but it was jarred heavily. And with the jarring of the moon, you get the reaction of the water on the planet, the reaction of the people of the planet. It went through about a 6-day harsh period, but it is all right now.
Rosangela asks, will the stargates be used for dirt contract?
Dirt?
Dirt, D-I-R-T.
Contact?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, I see what she's saying. Contact on the Earth.
Oh, for dirt contact. Yeah, they're coming down to the planet. Okay.
They will be used for that, yes, eventually.
All right.
Right? Are we good?
There is a question from Mark Fragola. If you can answer it, that's great. Why was my heart chakra activated in 2015, and why am I feeling it become more active now?
As the ascension goes through this planet, through the peoples and the populations, the plants, the animals, and everything, the ascension is happening worldwide and within the Earth as well. So it will continue to rise. It will continue to be greater. It will continue to bring more energy to you. And so as you are moving forward, this energy will increase.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Okay.
And if that is all, I will go.
All right. Thank you very much for being here.
Blessings. Greetings. I'm Morya.
Welcome. Welcome.
Someone has called.
Yes, Will.
I am feeling there is a great amount of energy being released now from some of you. That is good. Release the negative energies. When you come into my presence, you may release it. I am not affected by that. I will help you to modify your positive energies and be strengthened. What is your questions?
Will had the question. Go ahead, Will.
So I noticed you arrive early before the webinar, and to me, what's your message? What was the attraction to this webinar, and how can you help with what everyone is doing now?
Correct.
Help to understand.
The energies are moving very quickly now. Change is coming faster than normal. And so I see what is happening in this realm, and I want to be here to help with the shift. I want to be here to help with the spiritual anxiety, if you will, that some people may have during this shift. They have no need to fear it, but yet with change, there is always some kind of fear, especially in human beings. And I am here to come to calm that fear with these shifting times. You will find that in the coming year, there will be great changes. There will be many things happening that you may or may not like, but it is a time of great change and a time for things to be looked at in a different way. And so I am here to help you see what is the truth. I'm here to help you see what you need to see in order to rise up and not be caught in the entanglement of Earth in the 3D. I am here to get you entangled in the light, entangled in the spirit, entangled in all those things that are higher. We have been talking about this for a while now, but I don't think anybody realizes what kind of a shift is coming. They don't see it. They can't feel it yet, but it is very evident to me that we're right on the edge of this, the precipice of it. And when you go over the edge, you will feel like you are in a free fall in some ways, because you will not be able to connect with things the same way that you connected with them before. I think that some people have already gone through this, but a majority of the people will go through it in the new year and during the solstice. But the new year also holds new energies and new situations, new understandings, new challenges even. But that is my message. You must be prepared. Call on all your spirit guides. Call on God and Jesus and anyone who you consider a God, because God is in all those gods. He is not many gods, but he is one God with many personalities. So call on who you will. Call on the maker, the creator, source. Let him guide. Let him direct. Let her guide. Let her direct. Whatever you feel most plausible in your being. This is the way to move. Be true to yourself. Because if you are not true to yourself, you will not make it through the changes. I do not think you can understand that at this time, but you will be challenged with the new energies.
Thank you. Is there anyone that has a question from Morya, the Ascended Master here?
There's a couple in YouTube.
Okay.
I cannot have to scroll back. Amanda Lloyd asks, I gotta find it. Is the USA going to be split in half by flooding within the next year? Will the coasts also flood badly?
Not in this coming year. There will be some signs of that, yes. That action is not to occur for a while longer. But yes, you will see a lot of flooding in the coming year, more storm activities. But the United States will not be completely divided this coming year, but there will be many changes in the flow of water. There will be many changes in the storm activities. And so look for these things as your flooding thought process continues. Yes, the world is, I should say the waters are warming. And so this is causing the storms to be harsher and bringing more rain onto the land and there are changes in the coastline already. They're not great, but they are able to be noticed. So it is that, yes, the coastline will change, not drastically this year, but it will drastically change in the future. This is a good question because the Mississippi River is where the divide is. This will become a stronger, more forceful river, but it will not separate the U.S. as such yet.
Thank you. Just Thinking asks, how did the 1212 portal affect people on Earth, or will it affect the people on Earth?
The 1212 portal is already passed, but it is still working. The energies of it are preparing for the solstice. The 1212 energies are vast, but they're also very calm, and they're very loving, and they're very peaceful. But they need to be to prepare you for the solstice, which will actually be a balance, but not a peaceful one necessarily. Things will be moving back into the past, moving into the future, moving into different realms of understanding and dimensional thought. So it will be a little bit difficult to get everything out of it if you're not in the right place.
Gary Walters asks, how do our pets know when we're sick?
They sense it, they feel it, they know it. Your pets are empathic in that sense. They know when you are not well, you treat them differently, you talk to them differently, but they also sense what you are feeling inside because they will also take on some of that pain for you. Your pets are also very empathic about your thought processes during this time. They know what your mental fog is all about. And that makes them a little bit more helpful to you, and it makes them a little less angry with you because they can actually detect what's going on.
Thank you.
Is it relevant to Morya, the question? If not, just hold off.
Okay, hold off.
Go ahead, Wendy.
Thank you. Greetings. Thank you so much for being here. The question that I have is related to a square convergence and the abyss. I've been doing a lot of astral travel, I guess, during in inner Earth, and have run into some beings there. And I think it's related to this convergence and possibly to the 1221 upcoming portal. But could you give us some insight on what these visions are on? Well, I feel like I'm there when it happens. Mm-hmm.
The abyss is a dark place. It's not a positive area. It is a place where you go if you believe that you will go there, and there are things within the abyss that are not positive. However, you act as a balance for the positivity. I will not want to go into detail about the abyss, but I will say that there is a positive side to it, being that is the balance of all things with it.
Okay, because I feel like there's some kind of with the Blu-ray and the crystals, that there's some kind of deep earth work that's going on, and I just couldn't put a finger, but somebody told me about this square convergence and abyss, and that's why I wanted to know more information about the abyss. From how I see it, it's always tunnels, and there's always beings in there, and actually the one where I was at, where I saw my guide Bernie, it was like a backstage production, and there were all these little people, maybe gnomes and elves and so forth, but they all had blue coats on, kind of like Harry Potter coats. And
the convergence hasn't really come yet. That's why it looks like backstage, because they're all preparing for the convergence. It is not, it maybe have been said to you that it has already happened, but it is in the midst of happening. It has not happened, and that is part of the change that I speak of, is this convergence. The abyss will be a part of that too, because some people will slide into that if they are not prepared for the high frequencies that are coming.
Oh, thank you for that higher understanding. And then related to a portal, I saw a big black tornado looking cloud outside my house. And then I went to, again, in astral travel, grab my husband and say, hey, come look at this. It's like literally right here over our house. And when he came outside with me, it had like gone about, 8 houses down and across the street and, way up into the sky. And so then I was like, oh, am I taking these dark energies and clearing them? Am I helping with that, or I'm just observing it?
Black tornadoes are not a good sign. Someone was trying to affect or do something to you, or do something to whatever you were trying to do, change whatever it was. So when you were aware of it, then you chased it off.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for the insights into some of these esoteric questions.
Yes, a black tornado is not a good sign, and it is usually trying to suck up the energies of positivity with and destroy whatever building on spiritualities that you have. But if it dissipated or disappeared or went away, then you were fortunate and were able to send it away.
Beautiful. Thank you. Oh yeah, it was gone quickly too.
Good. The sooner the better.
Blessings. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. Are there any questions in the room? I don't see any questions here for you, Morya.
Very well. I will leave now. May you all be blessed. May we all be prepared for what is to come. Remember, do not let your mind get fogged over too badly in this season. Stay prepared, stay vigilant, and understand that what is to come is a positive thing. But if you are not ready for it, you can miss out on some very great blessings.
Thank you.
Many want to come at once.
One at a time, please.
It's hard to get in, but I am a reptilian. I was called by Michael.
Perfect. Michael has a question for you. Michael, are you there?
Yes, Novak, man, you're really close and you're very extremely funny. And you've involuntarily came and channeled through me to help my mom. And there was the one time where you came in and took over and you were driving my vehicle, which is very hilarious. But I was wanting to know if I would be able to channel you more because you're very helpful to my mom.
Yes, you will be able to channel me more. And I have a universal license, so I can drive anything.
and my last question, Novak, is I see you as a time traveling good reptilian that has green skin and a white mohawk. Is that the visual that I'm seeing of you?
Well, that's the way you want to see me. I look better than that.
Sim.
But of course, to my people, I am very good looking, but to you, I have a white mohawk, so I'm not sure if that's a good thing. But anyway, you will see me the way you want to see me, and that is fine. That is very fine.
Okay, thank you so much. Bless.
You are welcome. Be well. And stay in good humor, everyone. Is there any more questions?
I don't have any questions on this side. Angie, do you?
There are questions in the YouTube chat. I'm not sure if they're relevant, but I can throw some out. Will the pyramids in North America be activated?
They are already activated, yes. But no one knows about these things. The pyramids in Romania are activated. The pyramids in the United States are activated. The pyramids all over the world. There are many pyramids, many places in Canada. There's just so many places that there are pyramids. But not everyone knows of all these pyramids because they have not been excavated. But Romania knows that they are there. Pakistan knows that they are there. There are many places where they will not excavate because they're afraid of that energy. They feel the energy coming off of it. It can be felt. It can be known. And so as it stands, yes, eventually they will be, but they're afraid to do it. The energies are strong. There are pyramids up by the Hudson River, near the border of Canada, and they are in the United States as well. There's pyramids under the ground there. There are pyramids everywhere. I can name several different places.
Thank you. Is a solar flash happening now?
Yes, but it is you are being protected from it. You have gone through several solar flashes in the last year or 18 months, I should say. It has become more relevant to how your technology works. You are being protected from it taking out some of your technology, but there are places on the earth where it has done so.
I have a couple more, Krishna Priya, if you want, or shall we move on?
Well, I think we can move on.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, do you want someone else to come?
I'm so sorry. Yes, we're out of questions for you, if it's possible, because we do have a lot of requests, but not questions relevant for you. So
Very well. I will bring in the next.
Thank you.
This is Fleta. I am king of all of the activity in the what you call it, world above.
Okay. The world above. Are we the world below?
No, this is the world above, the center of the earth. Yes.
Thank you.
We are elementals. That is your word. We never call ourselves that, but we are elementals.
What do you call yourselves?
We just call each other by name. We have no titles for one another except for elves and nymphs and things of that nature, trolls. But you call us elementals.
Yes. That's because we call you that because you're not in our same frequency of vibration.
Correct. That is all right. We accept that name. It is fine.
Okay, Wendy has a question for you.
Very well.
Thank you. So I recently was introduced to a guy, Bernie, and he kind of looked like a Shrek type being with a very large head. And he was grabbing me and saying, "Come with me, come with me." And then I said, "No, I'm not going until I can see you." And then it looked like there was a flashlight shined on his face. So subconsciously, I'm sure I know what was happening, but can you assist me with consciously being aware to what he is assisting me with, and how he wants to work maybe with more people, since we're talking about him here?
Well, he is not one that usually shows himself, but he is part of the elemental groups, and he is part of something that is not usually seen. They come from inside the earth, but they have been noted to be on the earth as well. We have no specific names for them. They are elementals, but they are not elementals. They have come from inside the earth, but yet they display themselves and are working as elementals at certain periods of time. They want to just make you aware of who they are and what they are doing, because you've been to their land over in Ireland. The caves in Scotland and Ireland are where they come from.
Oh,
So they just want to help in your understandings.
beautiful. And I did understand it as inner earth, and I remember having all kinds of candies in my hand when I went to go visit.
Yes, they're very fond of sweets.
Oh, okay. I will work with connecting with them more, because I had the feeling that not only are they doing inner earth, but they're working with the new energies of new earth is
Correct.
yes, yes.
That is
So
why we can tell you that they're acting more elemental-like. They have come out of hiding, but they do not show themselves often still.
yeah, I had that sense from how he looked, how his face looked, which was so. I mean, his energy was amazing, and I drew a picture of him, so I won't lose it.
Very well.
Thank you. I appreciate your information.
Good.
Thank you.
Bless you.
Bless
I
you.
have a little bit of a message before we go on. I want to say that the earth is suffering a great deal. Mother Gaia could use your prayers. And we could too, because it's much more difficult to clear up all the mayhem that you earthlings have caused. There is still radioactivity in the oceans of the Pacific. There are still many pot marks and bombing holes all over the earth in the Russian and Ukraine and Middle East and other places. There are underground scars from nuclear weapons. And there are many different places that are not healing very successfully because they're too often used for negative activity. We are here to ask you for your prayers, for your understanding, and for your sending of energy to the Mother Gaia, as she is called. She always stays happy. She always stays within a blessing of rising into the universe, into God's realm. But she stays here for you. Please help her, for she is really in an alarming state at the moment. We have been helping her a lot, but there is much needed under the surface as well as on the surface at this time.
Thank you for that. And we will definitely include that in our prayers.
Thank you.
Susan has a question. Go ahead, Susan.
Yes.
Hello, Lord Fleta. So for the past several years, I've channeled a lot of beings from what I call nature beings from your realm, and they've also come to me in my dreams, like gnomes that have shown up in my dreams, and things of that nature. And I kind of feel like I'm maybe meant to be like an ambassador for them to share their messages with the world. And I went to a in-person like psychic mediumship event a couple nights ago, and I got the message that this coming year I'm meant to do, like, my guides want me to get in front of people and do more like public speaking or have a booth at events, and I still need to kind of focus, I guess clarify or focus what I'm meant to speak about and what I'm meant to share with people. And I'm wondering if you can first provide clarity as far as why I'm connected to the nature realm in this way, and what part does my mission play as far as sharing the messages from the nature people, or any clarity you can provide around that.
What I see is that nature and spirituality are connected, and you must teach the people how spirituality and nature are connected. Not only are spirituality connected to human beings, but it is sacred to God, all things that have been created, and they must learn to observe and respect nature more than they do now. There are many of you out there that respect nature and are beautiful, but the connection between spirituality and nature has not been made fully, and that information needs to be sent out there. First of all, plants are living creatures. Rocks have consciousness. There are things that people do not realize, that people do not know and need to know, because destruction is something that happens with humanity all the time. But creation is something that they need to be more focused on. They need to be creating more plants and animal life. They need to be creating more air in your atmosphere by planting trees and shrubs and flowers and plants and grass. It is that your people do not see these things for what they really do. They feed you the oxygen that you need to survive. And it is that you give them what they need to survive as well. So preach and say, well, not preach, but speak about the spirituality in the earth and around the earth and what the earth has to offer humanity, for they are taking it for granted.
Beautiful message. Thank you very much for that.
You're welcome.
Which I think I'll save my second question, so to speak, for others that I've requested come through. But thank you very much for coming through and providing that beautiful message.
Well, welcome.
Thank you. Kaylee has a question. I'll read it for her as her mic is not working. She says, how do we connect with you?
To connect with the environmentals, well, elementals, as you call us, we are also environmentals. But in order to do that, we do not connect with many human beings, first of all. And the reason why that is because most humans are destructive and litter and do things that they should not do. And so our connection with humanity has been limited because of your actions toward the earth, because we have to clean up your messes. But if you want to interact with elementals, show and talk to them about love and how you care about the earth and how you want to help them care about the earth and what you do. Tell them what you do to care about the earth, because they are not aware that you are even aware about how to care for the earth. So you must let them know what you know about caring for the earth so that they can trust you. Because if they do not trust you, you will never see them.
Okay, thank you so very much for that. Kaylee, did you have a follow-up for that, or? I'll just give her a moment. And I know we have a question in the YouTube chat. So Angie, if you can be ready. All right, she said that was fine. Thank you so much for that beautiful answer.
And I hope that you will be able to be in contact with some elementals. So mostly elves are what you will see first, because they become more trusting as they see human hearts and how they work.
Thank you. Thank you. Angie, are you
ready?
Okay, go ahead.
How many DNA are in humans with a fully activated light body?
It depends on the human and what is their greatest alien influence. There are 12 different ways to interact with the universe. There are 12, what are they called? There are 12. You have 2.
DNA helix.
The strands, yes, strands.
The helix strand.
There are 12 strands in the universe, and outside the universe there are more, but inside the universe there are 12 strands of DNA that can be utilized by humans. You can only utilize the first 2 in the 3rd density unless you are rising into the 4th density. Then you'll be able to utilize the 3rd strand, and then there are other strands that you can utilize when necessary, but only when necessary. Let me tell you what reasons those would be. The other strands can be utilized if you are going to be spending time on a ship other than your oxygen levels and other beings are going to be around. You can utilize other strands if you're going to be on a different planet, if you're going to be in a a situation where you need more energy, more power in your system to do a great feat of some sort. But you have to know how to call on these other strands. And so there should be a class about the 12 strands so that you know exactly how to use them. But right now, most people are only using 2 strands, and there are some that are actually tapped into the 3rd strand, and only one human being that I know that has a full 3rd strand.
Thank you. Susan Madison would like to know, what does your role, your kingdom, play in assisting the Earth and the East Coast USA in particular?
We clean up mess. There are times when people go into the forest and leave things behind, and because nobody sees us or sees the mess, we can take care of it. We can remove it from the planet in a way that no one knows that it was ever even there. We also are in charge of rust. We help to rust things so that it can be taken care of more easily by our peoples, because rust is not harmful to us, but it does help break down metals. And so we use rust as a helper for the ecology. We also have other ways of dealing with pollutants in the air, pollutants in the waters. We deal with them as we filter things. So we do a great deal of work all over the world, not only in the eastern part of United States, but everywhere that we do this kind of work. There are some places that are pristine, and we keep it pristine. But there are other places that commonly get trashed. Alongside the roads, sometimes people will throw things outside the windows. And if they throw it far enough into the bushes that no one had seen it with human eyes, we will take care of it.
Thank you.
Did that answer your question?
I'm sure that it was definitely sufficient.
Very well.
Okay, there was a question from the person that has like CCCGGGMMM, all that by their name.
Yes.
I didn't hear that question, Angie.
I did ask that about the DNA, yes.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, perfect. Okay, thank you so much. Christine has a question. Go ahead, Christine.
Greetings and blessings. I live in Central Oregon, which in Bend itself, there's a lot of volcanic rock, very porous. I mean, if you dig below 2 inches of dirt, you're gonna hit a rock. And
Yes.
I take pride in trying to create a garden in the backyard before I got these destructive dogs. Where one side was anyway, I was trying to get a garden, a beautiful garden to attract elementals. And what had happened was, well, after I got rid of the destructive dogs in a nice way, this morning when I woke up, I woke up from a dream where when I went out into the backyard, there was no dirt. There was just this volcanic rock everywhere. And I was wondering, is there something that I was being told about my beautiful potential for gardening?
Well, it is that it's a very difficult place to garden because of that. There is only 2 inches of soil. And so in 2 inches of soil, not all plants can root and not all things can survive. You would have to put a layer of topsoil over top of this, another at least couple inches of topsoil over the soil that's already there in order for a good garden to be made, so that the roots have enough area to dig in. because at this point, not a lot of plants could live in even 4 inches of soil. Some plants go very deep. And so if you want to have small plants, then you are okay with about 4 or 5 inches of soil. But if you want larger plants, you will have to do a lot more. But yes, the elementals love gardening and love looking at the gardens and love people that are gardeners. They work with the gardeners, especially when they know they love the earth and they love the plants and love the animals. They see that you love animals as well. And so they talk to your animals, but they do not speak to you because you're not outside very often. But they do trust you to a certain extent, I think.
Okay, more dirt.
Much more, yes. If you want a deep garden, you must have deeper soil.
Well, the trees, I mean, the trees are growing like crazy, during the
Yes.
time that I've been here.
The trees can stretch out over and they can go down a certain space and stretch out.
Right.
Where not all plants can do that.
Okay.
Their roots are very noticeable, aren't they?
Yeah, that's true.
Yes, because the roots are very noticeable because they're growing on top. They're not digging in.
Well, some plants just take off. Like I didn't know I wasn't supposed to plant berries, like
well, if they
blackberries. I should put them in a pot because they take over everything.
Yes. The things that can take over in those kinds of soil will. They will be invasive. But you love berries, so I don't think that's a problem.
No, just for the trees next to them. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
More little houses. Thank you.
You're
Thank you very
welcome.
much.
Deepen your soil and you will get more progressive planting.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Joan has a question. She says, I've been told that I will be seeing elementals in person. I just want to ask, when will this happen?
It will happen when you are ready for it. Yes. I think you are ready for it, but I don't know if they are ready for it. So they see your love. They see your kindness. They see everything about you. Remain humble and remain beautiful and take care of the ground and soil around you. And they will see all the good things that you are doing. Then they will find a way to show themselves to you when they trust you.
Okay, perfect. She also says, can you please tell me what is going on with my heart? It vibrates for 5 seconds. It happens about every 15 minutes.
Interesting. Well, I am not a medical doctor, but I would say that that's not regular. But it could be something to do with your vibrational being. But does it have pain? Is there any other symptoms that go with that?
I'll let her respond there. I agree. Something, she says no pain.
No, I think it's more vibrational then. So yes, that may be a very good thing. I do not know because I am not medical. I only know about elven and nymphs and trolls and those kinds of beings and gnomes and such the like. I don't know the human physiology.
Perfect. So maybe go to the doctor, rule everything out, and then see.
Yes, I would say so. It could be vibrational, but I do not know.
Thank you.
I would be honest.
Yes, of course. She has one more question. She says, during meditation, I feel I'm plugged into something and strong pressure on my body. How can I use this energy?
You are using it. This energy is being set out into the world and using it to help mankind, the earth, and all these different things. You're setting that pressure free and becoming more aligned with the gravity, with all the things that are essential to the economy, to the environment.
Okay. Thank you. She says she refers also back to her heart. She said, makes her laugh. There's no pain.
Well, that's Mother Gaia for you. So whenever you talk to Mother Gaia, does she not always laugh? She laughs always. And when you connect to that energy purely, you will laugh as well.
Perfect. Okay, Kat has a question. Go ahead, Kat.
Yes, I have been eating blackberries from the forest trails.
Yes.
And but there was one day I just put them in a bag and take them home.
Yes.
And 2 days after, I saw this. They had like worms.
Worms?
Yeah.
Well, probably they all have worms, but they will not grow inside of you. They will only grow in the berry. So do not worry about that. They are just part of nature.
So it's okay to eat them like this?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
They do not gestate in your system. Their only survival is the berry and what the nutrients of the berry. If they go into your stomach, the acids of your stomach will destroy them. But actually, they are nutritious as well. As many of you know, bugs can be eaten and they are good for you.
Super.
Good.
But I have to eat them before the worms come out.
Yes, I would think so. Yes.
Okay. That's all I needed to know.
Yes, they
Thank you
don't
very
all
much.
have worms, but some of them do.
Thank you.
Angie, do you have any questions on your side?
Let's take a look. Cami asks, can one later reclaim or replay the very same intuition package that the mind has presented earlier?
Yes. The subconscious holds everything there. So if you meditate on the subconscious, you can relive intuitive things that have happened before. Yes, it is possible. Remember this. This is something that I learned from a guru in India, that if you had a drug experience, say of any kind of drug, and your body felt all the actions of the drug and the feelings of the drug, it went into your subconscious. And if you want to relive that, you can. You don't have to take anything anymore. You can relive that experience if you know how to reach that area of the subconscious, because that area is remembered and can give you that same feeling and excitement or whatever it was again.
Thank you. The second part of her question says, can one switch intuition on and off on demand for longer times?
Certain people can. I would believe most people who have intuition in that way will be able to turn it on when it's needed.
Thank you. Krishna Priya, will you want me to keep going or shall we go to the room?
No, just because I don't have any questions in the room. So if you want to continue.
Thank you. Stephen Helms asks, I transformed into this tall black form with gold inlays using a small pink rug next to a temple. Will this change help on changes of earth to come?
It is a powerful state to be in where you inanimate.
Let's see if replies. I'm gonna have to.
Did you become an object?
It says that he turned into a tall black form with gold inlays.
Yes, that was an inanimate object, I believe. And in that case, that is a section of the Black Pyramid which is very, very powerful. The Black Pyramid exists only one place, and that's in Canada. But you can connect to it. It has a great deal of power and energy. I believe, yes, this will affect the Earth when you connect to it. Humans have actually seen the Black Pyramid under the ground because you cannot see it from outside on Earth. You must go down into the dwelling and see it from where it is. It's upside down.
He says that he was an actual being.
An actual being?
Yes.
I believe he was connected to the Black Pyramid, though. They're telling me that.
Okay.
And so, yes, you will have high influence there. The beings that are around the Black Pyramid are very strong, very beautiful, and very dark in color. Yes.
Thank you. What indoor plants are good for asthma?
Oh dear. I do not know the human good for asthma. I know which ones are bad for asthma.
Right.
But usually goldenrod and things of that nature are not good. But good for asthma, I don't know of any plants.
Mullen.
What?
Mullen.
The mullen?
Mullen plant. Yeah.
The mullen plant, he says. I'm aware of the mullen plant, but I did not know it was used that way.
The lungs, and like an expectorant.
Oh, it's an expectorant, he said. It's good for the lungs. Mullen plant. See, I'm not very medical, so I do not know what is good for humans.
Thank you. That's all here.
Okay, great. Let me just 1 second. I'm just okay. Mary had a question for Jesus, but we missed Jesus. So is it possible you can connect to Jesus to ask her question?
Yes, one moment. What is her question first?
Mary, what is your question, hon? If you can unmute and say.
Thank you. I just wanted to ask quickly, I feel very connected to Yeshua, to Jesus. I feel that I walked the earth when he did. I feel that I was possibly a caregiver for him, that I may have been older. Could you give me a word on my feelings and how my relationship is with him?
Your relationship with him now is good, and it was also good back then. You had a good relationship when on Earth when he was there. You were someone older when you met him. He was someone that actually healed you of arthritis. And he healed it, and you became a follower. And you understood him and gave service to him, yes.
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, blessings. Thank you.
Your name was Medalia.
Medalia. That's beautiful.
Yes.
My given name in this 3D is Mary.
Yes.
But I was given the Hebrew name from my parents, was intently a Hebrew name as Mary.
Yes.
But that's beautiful, what you just told me.
Yes, Medalia.
Medalia. Beautiful. Thank you.
You are welcome.
Thank you. Okay, that is all the questions that I have on our side, unless you have a question in the room for you.
I do have one.
There is a question in the room. You must come forward.
Yes, please.
Well, I don't know if you were speaking with Jesus or
Come
not.
closer to the microphone. Can you hear him?
I don't know if you were speaking with Jesus or you connected with Jesus now or not. But the question has something to do with right and wrong, where in some spiritual circles, we believe that there is no right and there is no wrong, but there is intention in what you do. And so I'm a little sometimes mixed up when I hear that there's no right and wrong, but yet many people in this world get upset about people killing other people.
It is true. When you say the words right and wrong, that is a judgment. If you say someone is right, that's a good judgment. If you say someone is wrong, that's a bad judgment. In the realm of ideas and thoughts and spirituality, when you reach higher levels, there is no right and wrong. There will be no death. And so killing is out of the question. Right and wrong on this planet is decided by the people that live here. The people that live here decide which is right and which is wrong. But God knows that when he created creation, there was no right and wrong, but right and wrong was created out of fear. Fear created right and wrong because people were afraid to do certain things and they called it wrong. And sometimes the things that they were afraid of were not wrong, but they just created a realm or a petition between themselves and what truly was right and wrong. It is hard for humans to understand right and wrong in this realm because there should not be a right and wrong. There should just be humans being kind to humans, loving one another. And so killing one another takes away God's will. Because when you kill someone, you take away their future, which may have been meaningful in this realm. So that is not something that is well tolerated, but God forgives it. It's not something that's unforgivable. But it is not in a realm of goodness when you want to talk about killing.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Did that make sense to you?
It does.
Good. Because there are deaths and there are deaths. There are some people that want to die because they no longer can survive any longer. They cannot be a use to the world and they're sick. And so they want to go. And so in that case, it's like putting down your favorite animal that cannot survive anymore. But in this realm of humans, they think it's wrong to do that. But why are you hesitating to put them out of their miseries when they hurt so horribly bad? And there's nothing they can do to recover. That has to be your information. There is no recovery.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Okay, I do feel that unless I'm incorrect, Angie, in the YouTube chat, I do feel like we've gone through all the questions directed to you.
Yes, that is correct.
Very well. I will leave and bring one other.
Yes.
There's one left that wants to come.
Okay, we have time for about one more.
One moment, please. Yeah. Yeah, one moment, please. Yeah. Greetings. Yeah, I got in pretty fast this time. Yeah, that was good.
Not a lot of grunting and groaning. Someone must have
No, I got in pretty fast. I must have hit just the right spots. Yeah.
Perfect. It's
Yeah.
always good. No.
Greetings. Someone called for me, so I came.
Yes, Ian requested you.
Greetings, Ian.
Greetings, Grindel. Great to have you back. I haven't talked to you in a very long time.
I know.
Wanted to check in on something that geopolitical, as you're so good with, and
yeah.
I was somewhat surprised and a little disturbed to hear of some more conflict brewing with Venezuela and Guyana and Brazil, and that militaries are actually preparing because there's an actual land war being planned right now by Venezuela. What is this about? Is it going to happen? What can you tell us?
Well, there's negotiation problems in those areas. Also, trade agreements have been broken. Also, the drug cartels are starting to be more in charge than the actual government. So with this happening, the drug cartels are they never want peace, of course. They want to own everything. So this is what's happening. One moment, please. You know, my voice really irritates him. But anyway, yes. So yes, there's ground wars being thought about. They're not really happening yet. A little skirmish here and there, but only because drug cartels want land that is not their own, and they're trying to take it.
Okay, and because part of the piece I also heard with, because ExxonMobil a little while back recently discovered like 13 trillion barrels of air oil off the coast of Guyana, and Venezuela wants that territory now.
Yes,
so
of course.
Venezuela seems to be the aggressor.
Yeah, the drug cartels in Venezuela, it's all about money, and who owns what, and this is everything that I was talking about. They want to take things that aren't theirs. They want to come in and take over where they shouldn't.
Okay, does it have any relation to do with the other two conflicts that are currently playing out, and is it in danger of?
It actually does. Yes, they're intertwined. There's many things intertwined there. I can't go into detail because some of it is not to be told, but yeah, there's a lot of things going on there, and they are intertwined. Yes.
Okay, that's part of what I wanted to find out, because I was like, Lord, we don't need the third one right now.
No, we don't. And the world is like, the problem is the energies are so conflicted within human beings right now. They need to straighten them out. They need to get these energies in place. And there's more energies coming. And so if they're in an angry place, if they're in a place of depression, if they're in a place of negativity, this will only make them more confused and frustrated and more warlike in a way, because they don't understand what's going on with them. So I am just going to try to work my wonderful magic in all the world. So I don't do very well all the time.
Well, we wish you great luck with that, because we could use some less conflict. Things seem to be going off the rails just a bit here over the last year or two.
This planet is off the rails in many ways. I have seen it off the rails before, but never as this much. So it's concerning.
Okay, well, I appreciate your information. Thanks for coming through.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Grindel, do you have information on astral travel? Are you a good person to answer questions about that?
Well, yeah, I do. Yeah. Okay.
Anna, would you like to ask Grindel your question?
Yes, Colonel. Thank you for coming, and thank you for answering my questions. I'm just curious about what would be a good way to. I know I do a lot on the astral in work and also visiting Kirkvidneer, but I have no recollection of it, and I was wondering whether I can do something besides to get that more activated, my conscious memory of that.
Your fourth dimensional energy within your body is very good. It's not bad. You're at probably a higher level than a lot, but the Earth fourth dimensional energy is still rising. It's at about 12.4, something like that. And when it gets to about 20%, people will be starting to realize things more and more, but it's raising up pretty good. But you have to keep yourself in alignment. But with you, I think that prayer and meditation can help, but the astral travel is still a little bit out of most people's range. I'm hoping, I mean, not out of their range, but out of their memory range.
Mhm.
Everybody's doing it. I mean, astral travel is everybody
Yeah.
does it. So, but not everybody remembers it. Only a very small percentage, like 0.1% or something, remember
Mhm.
all their astral travels. Very, very few remember that much. So it will be coming. It is coming. So
Yeah.
be patient, and I will try to work with you to see if what you bring back. And it all goes to the psyche anyway. It goes to the subconscious. So it is there. We just have to bring it out.
Thank you. So when I woke up this morning, I got the intuition that uh, uh, um, writing your dreams down and more actively train yourself to remember your dreams is a part of is helpful to get the rest open as well.
Yeah, it is true.
Yeah.
Writing your dreams down can activate some of your subconscious, because what you're doing is putting into words what you were dreaming, and that can activate the subconscious to a certain level.
Okay. Thank you. I will just be patient then. Thank you so much.
Very good. Right. Yeah.
Blessings.
Automatic writing can also do that. Bring back some of your astral travels. And channeling, of course, can. And psychic energy can actually sometimes do it, but it's not strong enough sometimes. So, all right.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Blessings.
Yeah.
Thank you. Christine has a question. Let's keep them short. We're coming to the end. But Christine, you can ask one question. That'd be great.
Hello, Grindel.
Greetings.
Greetings to you. Just recently on PBS, this is what made my heart really open up. On PBS, they showed the music festival in Morocco. And they were showing the different groups that performed, and it was all love for one another. It was peace. It was, I mean, it was just all on that one vein, putting out that beautiful, beautiful energy.
Yes. Absolutely. They are, that's just like, you know, if I were going to be in a band, that would be my subject matter would be love and understanding and peace and all that stuff. But, you know, I don't talk like that sometimes, but the thing is, it is important for that kind of message to get out into the world so people hear it and relate to it and become part of it. When you are listening to music, you are part of the music. And when they're singing peace, love, and understanding, then you're part of that. The music goes into you and you become part of the music. And so you're listening to the messages of the music. So that in that time period, things become sort of one, if you're paying attention, that people are becoming more interested in the music. You see how when people go to concerts, that they're all like so in tune to the artists because they have touched something within them and they're speaking in a way that relates to them. And so they become part of that music and they sort of can't live without it, if you know what I mean.
What was interesting was the people who spoke the Islamic message, which was all love, God, so on and so forth, and then the Sufis and their prayers, which were the same thing. I mean, it was such a difference than listening to your mega churches who are either you join it or you're dead. And this was totally different. Anyway,
the mega churches are making fortunes from people, and they're saying love, light, peace, good. Yeah, but it's hand over the money. We're happy. So But some of them are spiritual. I have to say, some of them are spiritual, but not all of them are. Some of them are making lots of money.
Well, I didn't realize Morocco had such a wonderful, lovely energy. Wow.
Good place to go. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that was my comment.
Thank you so much. Okay, Susan has a comment. I mean, a question, maybe a comment too.
I don't know.
All right. Hello, Grindel. Great to have you
Greetings.
come. So my question is, just in the last few days, I started channeling the Arcturians, and they've kind of been making their presence more known. I know I have a lifetime with them, and I do stuff in Astro, I think, with the Arcturian Council, etc. And then also I was told that I am connecting with the Lavender Ray, and I really don't know that much about the Lavender Ray. So I guess any more information about why the Arcturians are, I guess, connecting with me more, and anything about the Lavender Ray and why I'm connecting with the Lavender Ray.
Lavender Ray, Violet Flame. They're all connected in the godly sense.
Okay.
So the color of lavender and purple are all royal, very high color, very godlike, very pristine and powerful. So yes. And the Arcturians have a group of beings in their citizenship that are purple or lavender ray people. So they're like a church, the Church of Lavender Ray, but that's not what it's called. But it's dealing with the Lavender Ray, and they have several different places around some of the Arcturian planets that work with the Lavender Ray particularly.
Okay, so I know I have a 6-dimensional lifetime as being named Paul, as an Arcturian, and so am I connected with, I guess, that Lavender Ray?
Yes, his actual name is
I guess.
Pual. His actual name is Pual. It's
Pual,
not
okay.
That's how you would interpret it on Earth, but his actual name is Pual.
Pual, okay. All right, good to know.
Because Paul is a human name.
So basically, just keep connecting with
Correct.
that energy.
You're doing well. You're doing very well. The lavender flame is very powerful. Read up on it a little bit more. There's so much that is connected to it. So we don't have time to go through all that. So
well, that's, thank you for that clarity. I just wanted
yeah, there's a lot
to see what's going on there. But I'll
so
connect
you have
more.
your Saint Germain, who is also connected to the lavender flame.
Yeah, I work with the Violet Flame, and with Saint
the
Germain,
Violet
connect with
Flame and all
him,
that. So he's connected to that same similar energy.
Okay, awesome. All right, thank you, Grindel. Much love.
You're
to you.
welcome.
Thank you. Wendy has a question. I think this might be the last question. So go ahead, Wendy.
Thank you so much. Hi, Grindel. How are you?
Greetings. I'm well. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. The question that I have is related to the Arcturians, as Susan triggered that. So I have noticed that there are a couple of people who have Arcturian energy that brings me just listening to their voice. Actually, I don't even need their voice on. If I turn, for example, a YouTube on that has that person, I don't even have to hear them, and my body starts to vibrate at a high frequency. So can you tell me what is that? What is the connection that's happening there, or what am I recognizing within my own resonance?
Your own resonance is noticing and relating to the Arcturian vibration. So that Arcturian vibration is part of who you are, part of who Susan is, and many others. But not everything that they say is all positive, but everything that they mean to say is. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
They are well intentioned. They are well intentioned.
Yeah, because it's only certain like meditations that I'll listen to, but again, I'll feel that vibration. And I'm very, I think, conscious about how things are being said and what's being said, and definitely highly tapped into energy. So that is
Yeah.
happening. But
Very good.
is there one particular being that is wanting me to work with channeling them? I kind of am sensing that.
Let me look. There's an Arcturian named Chameen.
Chameen.
Chameen. It's a girl. It's a lady.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the one that stood out.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Is she a light being or is she?
She is
sparkly?
no, she is on the planet. She's a family member.
Okay.
Light, she is a you know what they're called. Yeah.
Yeah.
A family
Okay.
member, yeah. Your star seed, yeah.
Yes. I've got it. Thank you so much. Blessings to you.
Yeah. All right.
Sending love.
Right.
Thank you. Let me just check. Angie, is there anything in the YouTube? We have time for maybe one or two quick questions.
I personally have a question with also just thinking what we had the same question. Is there a reason some people love the color purple or are attracted to this color?
It's a power color. It's a creative color. It's a color that is influenced by red and blue. And red and blue are both passionate colors, or can be. And so purple becomes the ultimate.
Yes.
What?
One moment. Someone's mic is unmuted. Let's see.
It becomes a very powerful color. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, that was a good closing question.
Okay, good. Yeah. I'll see you later then. I will talk to everyone soon, and much love to you all, and I got to go back to work.
Well, it's lovely to have you always. So please don't be a stranger. Don't even just pop in even when you're not requested. You're always welcome.
Oh yeah, that's always welcome. Yeah. Okay. But anyway, I'll talk to you later.
Thank you. Much love to you, Grendel.
Much love to you.
If he gets out as quickly as he got in.
We'll see. Hmm. Hello?
Hey, welcome back.
Thank you.
He did go out pretty fast.
Yeah, he did. He's getting better. Some
Yeah.
days are better than others.
That's true. How's your voice?
I'm fine.
Okay, great. All right, why don't we just do our last announcement and then we'll end with some blessings.
Okay, thank you. We have our gathering scheduled for August 8th through August 12th, 2024. It is in Canandaigua, New York. It's right on the lake. And we are staying at Oneida Park. And we've rented several cabins in the main lodge. And so this is going to be a very fun, exciting gathering. The majority of it will be oneness, fellowship, combining, and then we will have probably a couple classes. That hasn't been set yet, but we definitely are getting that all finalized. If you're interested, please email classes@hucolo.org. I will get information out how to register. And if you're interested in a payment plan that you can break the payments up, that is available as well. Classes@hucolo.org.
Perfect. Okay. The next blessing is going to come from Jennifer. Go ahead, Jennifer.
Okay. Shinta no kohowa ke shanka tonaki. Hotawanato kono toka ka tichike. Shikono watanake hanataka wo matike tokawa. Namaste.
The night has no energy once the sun rises. You must all be like the sun and give the example of love and brightness and beauty. Let the darkness fade away.
Thank you. Bola is the next person for blessing.
These are the 10th dimensional Arcturians, here to help us create a new way of being. Kempotoro kuru sotoro mokotara seteresi, krontoto mosotorosha, krasitiri moshotoroko, krasetere moshatete motoro, krotoro mosotoro shatarase, krantitira na sotorosho, krepetere sotoroshesi.
There are times when you must brush away your own needs to deal with other people's needs, and this is one of those times. It is a time of change when things will need help, and you must be the helpful hand that does it, because you are risen higher than the regular normal human being, so it must be you that takes action, and action is very much a part of the future to come.
Perfect. Okay. Angie, you have a blessing, correct?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Kutukura tatara, hindi tikiniara, tukutu. Pagkatara, tadara, kunupuruturu. Paratara, tilala bara, tarara, la patia, la barara.
Reach deep inside to know who you are, to align with all that is truth and what is right, to align with all that is loving and good. There is so much in you that you probably have never even felt before or known about yourself, but it all must come into the light, and everything will be exposed, the good and the bad, the love and the hate, but it can all be changed.
Thank you. And then Wendy will be the last one.
Anyara tu kahiara nur nyara kahira tu huyana maiti kahana puchiana maha kahia atayana noira kahia pa punyara kahia atanyoro tu huyara makahia tahana kahuyana maka kutu huyana mama mai tata kuhuyana mama mahi. Thank
All
you.
the realms are watching your progress. Be more light. Let all the light shine in on you that is possible. You are exposed to it, but yet sometimes you are not able to receive it. Learn how to receive the light in a way that will nourish you and bring you into the higher realms.
You're muted. You're muted.
Who?
Karen.
I know.
Oh, oh. I thought you were talking.
I was talking, and then I said, oh gosh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, but thank you everyone. Thank you, Jim. Thank you to everyone in your room, in our Zoom room, and also in the YouTube chat. Just a reminder that this is a paid webinar with Jim. If you would like to have the guarantee of your question answered, and sorry, YouTube people, but there is no guarantee your question gets answered because the priority goes to the people in our Zoom room because they've paid to be here. So if you would like to have a guarantee that your question will be answered, then please join Hucolo Club. It's the cheapest channeling you'll ever get, $10 a month, but it really helps us. So thank you so much. And you can go to hucolo.org.
I just wanted to say, I know a lot of people don't like the $10 a month, but it was requested actually, so that some people can get their questions answered. Some feel like they're entitled to be upfront, even though they don't pay, but it is just how the world is. Some people have requested to pay the $10 so they can be here. And if you don't want to pay the $10, that's fine, but I don't want you to feel like we're being left out we think you're important too, very much.
Sure, you're definitely important, and we do answer all of your questions as we can, but there was some pushing today in the chat and a little bit of anger towards Angie, who's trying to keep up, and we have to draw a line somewhere. So we do have a paid webinar for a reason, and it's an energy exchange. It's just a kindness. So, but please, if you can, it would be great if you support us. We answer if every 2 weeks we're answering questions with Jim, and it's a great service. So thank you everyone who does support us.
But I will be here next week.
Yes, you'll be here.
Yay.
Next week, and then Max will be on the 30th.
Yes.
I will be here once again next week, the Christmas Eve of Christmas Eve. The eve of Christmas Eve. So
Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Yes, that's how you say it, like that. All right, have a wonderful day, everyone. I hope you're getting all your holiday shopping done if you are involved with that. And I love each and every one of you, and thank you for being here.
Thank you for being here. Thank you very much, and have a really nice, how do you say, ramp up to the holidays. So much love to everyone.